Hi everyone, welcome to Strip Club. My name is Daniela Stout, and I am filming from Rancho San Diego. That's outside San Diego at Cozy Quilt Shop. I'm here today to present our latest Strip Club project. Do you like it?
Yes.
It is LeMoyne Magic. It's a LeMoyne Star block, but it's not hard. I'm so excited to show this to you. I designed this and I had a way to write it up, and I showed my mom over dinner on Sunday, and she said, well, are you going to use the strip tube roller? And I went, huh? She said, you could use the strip tube roller. And I was like, you're right. We can use the strip tube roller. And I did some math calculations, and doggone it, we can do it very easily and nicely. So today I'm going to show you how to make this fantastic quilt using the tube technique in our strip tube roller. So first let me tell you that we start with strips. In this case we have batik strips. Traditionally January we use batik. We think it's a great way to start the year. So we have batik strips. We have a background fabric. In addition to that, we have a medium background. We use the medium background here to add a little element of interest in the alternating blocks. There are two blocks. The first, the primary block, is the LeMoyne Star. The second one is what we call the alternating block. They're both easy to do. You want to see how to do it?
Yes.
So first you collect your strips. Doesn't have to be batiks. It could be anything. I actually think this would look fantastic in Civil War prints. Can you see it? Yeah. So you can use whatever strips you like. The first thing you'll do is separate some out for the main blocks and some out for the alternating blocks. The ones you use for the main blocks you will partner so that they make the star. Two colors that you like together that have contrast. And then you will cut those in half. You'll cut all your strips in half on the fold. Are you with me?
Yes.
No? Yes. So when you collect your strips, you will have two halves of the same color. And you'll sew those two together to create a tube. Those would be the two colors you might use in the block. Two strips sewn together to make the tube, like this. To do that, you sew 1/4 inch seam up along the top and a 1/4 inch seam down the bottom. Those are just the 2.5 inch strips. Next we take our strip tube ruler. This is Junior. Junior is perfect for projects like this. In fact, we developed Junior, the smaller size, because of smaller pieces like this. If you have Senior, you can use Senior. This is strip tube Senior. And in fact, if you have neither, you can use a square up ruler. The pattern tells you how to do it. I just really recommend the strip tube ruler and the strip tube Junior. There's a reason it's our #1 selling item. First of all, we have so many wonderful patterns that use it, but second of all, it makes life a lot easier using these rulers. So here's the Senior ruler, and here's Junior. In our case, we're going to use Junior. We're going to put the measurement line on the bottom stitching line and cut up and down to cut out a triangle. Are you with me? So when the two fabrics are sewn together and you cut out the triangle, you'll cut a diagonal. You cut out a triangle. Did I mention you're going to cut out a triangle? Okay, here we go. So we have a triangle that might look a little like this, different fabrics. You move the triangle away from the tube, open it up, and there you have your diagonally pieced square.
Brilliant.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that again. That's my bad, I didn't prepare you. Okay, cut out a triangle using the tube technique, up and down to cut out the triangle. Pull it away, open it up, you get your diagonally pieced square.
Brilliant.
Fantastic, well done. So obviously there are different colors in the sample, but you get the concept. Cut up, down, up, down. Oh, because I didn't tell you to take your ruler, cut off the top stitching line next time. You're going to get exactly the same block. We've done this technique many times. Most of the time we use different colored strips on one side, so there'd be 2 or 3 strips on one side and 2 or 3 on the other. In this case it's just two fabrics, the two fabrics that will become your star. So it basically makes a half square triangle. So now we have created half square triangles using strip tube Junior. Make a bunch that look like this and put them all together. The next time you create the next tube you'll make, you'll take one of these two fabrics and partner it with background fabric. So here we have a print strip and then a background fabric. Tube by sewing the 1/4 inch seam up along the top and bottom. Cut out that triangle using Junior. Up and down, cut out the triangle. Up and down all the way through the tube to make a bunch. And then the third piece for the same block will be the other fabric color against background. Again, I'm not using exactly the same fabrics. Yes, okay. So a bunch like this, a bunch, some that have one color against the background, and then some that have the other color against the background. Do you follow me? So you have a bunch of these fabrics. Stay organized, keep them all together. From each of these strip sets, you will get 8 squares. So 8 times 3. And then from that collection, you will make 2 blocks. So you'll be able to make 2 blocks from this piecework that we're doing here. And then you also have some background pieces. And then with those background pieces, there's a square. You might not be able to see it because it's against a light flannel board. Then you can assemble the pieces together to make your star come to life. Do you see how it's starting to come to life? Ah, thank you. So what you have noticed is this is the most difficult part, and it's not hard at all. You just have to do it. You just have to play. So it is just a collection of half-square triangles. 4 of them are the 2 print strips sewn together. 4 of them are one of the print strips against the background, and the other 4 are the other print strip, there we go, against the background. Do you see it? Yep. That's it. That's your block. It is brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that's LeMoyne Star. Let me show it to you. So you'll get 2 blocks out of the same piecework, so 2 of the same color variations. You can, if you like, change the placement of those so that the blocks look a little different. We could have arranged this so that the swirly print, the darker print, was on the right, and then the pink was on the left. So if you'd like your 2 blocks to be different from each other, you can opt to do that. That's your call. Quilter's choice. Now we're going to make the alternating block. There's the alternating block. We have this. Okay. I was going to try to be so careful to keep them all set. That's okay. There we go. Now the alternating block is very easy. We're going to sew segments together. Like this. Here is that medium background fabric. 2 background fabrics and a print. Make a strip set. Strip set, cut it into 2.5-inch segments like that. This time, the pattern will tell you how many to cut, how many to make, and what direction to press your seams. In this one, your background, your medium background, and your print strip, cut those into segments. There's an example of that one. Like that. Yes? Yep. Cut those into segments. Did you need that? Okay. Another one like that. And then you will arrange those pieces, flipping 2 of them. If I get this right. No. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. Thank you very much. So that is your alternating block. Now we are going to alternate the 2 blocks as we put our quilt together. There's no sashing, it's not on point, so once you have your blocks made, you just need to sew them together. Notice in the first row, all of the alternating blocks have the little L-shaped pieces going the same direction, but in the next row, that changes. And then it goes back and then it changes again. So what happens is you kind of create a chain effect diagonally across the quilt. You see it? So they alternate. Just pay attention to the arrangement. You can do whatever you like. You can make these more bold, less bold. It is your quilt when you make it. In our quilt, this is what we did. Then we added border 1, same as the light background, border 2, the medium background, and then the final border, which pulls it all together, we add onto those. Press all seams out. And then my 4 favorite words: layer, quilt, bind, enjoy. Should have been 5. It should be and enjoy, but 4 words. Layer, quilt, bind, and enjoy. Can you do it?
Yes. Yes.
So the LeMoyne Star has always intimidated me. Now we've broken it down because of my mom using the tube technique to make those blocks simple. Junior, my favorite task, my favorite tool to do it. Any questions? No questions? Yes, ma'am.
You recommend pressing in the LeMoyne Star, pressing the seams open or to the side to reduce the bulk in the center?
How'd we do it, Maureen? No, don't press them open. You didn't press them open when you did it. No, we'll tell you to press to the darker strip, and I'll always press to the darker strip, so when these 4 pieces come together, those will alternate. Still, you do have those 8 seams coming together. That stitch right there, probably the hardest one to do, but I know you can. Any other questions? No more questions? So I told you could imagine it in other color combinations, right? I do have one. Would you like to see another one? First, let me just pop this right up there. There you go. I've always relied on the kindness of strangers. So this is a smaller version in the Hoffman, whoopsie, in the Hoffman Ballet Pop Pacific. Do you like it? So again, we started with 2.5-inch strips. In this case, the ballet pops were from Hoffman. It was a ballet pop from Hoffman. Did I dress to match? Yeah, this looks good. Pretty? Let's hold it up one more time. You take that end. We'll go right into the middle so they can really get a good look at it. There we go. This is as high as I can go. I know. But then I'd trip and fall and it'd just be embarrassing. No, that's very sweet. Oscillating. I am oscillating. So it's smaller size, 2.5-inch strips, and you can see the light background, and can you see the medium background? Okay.
Is that the last? What size is that?
That's a good question. Let's see, it's about 54 inches tall. Which one is?
It's the throw. It's the throw. 5x6. Yeah, it's a throw. 5x6.
Daniela, if there's a different star in that?
Yes. Well, it looks different. Color. Oh, yeah, because yeah.
The question is there a different star? Are you talking about like this star or this one?
Yeah.
Well, no, there's not. The difference is that the contrasting fabric is very light, and so it blends more in with the background, making the other half of the LeMoyne Star pop out. So it's just a design element based on the lightness of that contrasting fabric. But that could be a different quilt, couldn't it? Can you have that for me next month? Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it. So any other questions on LeMoyne Magic? Is it a great way to start the new year?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. Well, that's all from Cozy Quilt Shop, but join us next month and we'll present another project that uses 2.5-inch strips.